It wasn't that long ago, a couple of years ago, I was ready to write William off. Detroit Pro is in the books. It's not going to be a recap. I just want to talk about a couple of things. But before I get into that, let me just say this. Props to Fuad Abiad. Put on a very good show. The stage, the lighting, the backdrop, all complemented the competitors on stage. Did a very good job, and he gave us a treat at the end. We saw a pose down, the comparison, the open winner against the classic physique winner. It was fun to watch. Once again, you did a very good job, Fuad. Now, as far as the show, classic physique, Greggo first place, Wesley Vissers second. There were a lot of people arguing that Wesley should have won. There were people arguing that Wesley got robbed. Could have won, yeah. Wesley brought a good package. He brought a better package than he did at the Arnold, because last year's Arnold was the best, but it was an improved package from this past Arnold. And if the decision would have went in his favor, I wouldn't have made a fuss about it. But the decision didn't go in his favor. To say he got robbed, to me, that's like a smack in Matt Greggo's face. He definitely did not get robbed by any means. And, when comparing them, they're really two totally different physiques. It's apples and oranges. I think what it comes down to is, I think with the judges at the end of the day, when they're looking at the physiques, they're assessing them. What it comes down to is where their eyes get drawn to the most. I found watching the competition, my eyes kept on getting drawn to Matt Greggo. I prefer the shape, the flow, the overall look to his physique. You can call them both classic physiques, but they were totally different looks. And at the end of the day, it was really a preference. Wesley Vissers did a good job. He improved from this past Arnold. Matt Greggo improved also. And you can't take away his glory by, or you shouldn't take away his glory by saying that Wesley got robbed. Once again, you could have made an argument, but it's, like I said, it's apples and oranges. Which type of physique you prefer? And that's what the judges preferred was Matt Greggo's type of physique. Wesley Vissers was not robbed in his decision. Now, as far as the Open, Sassarati took second. He hasn't competed much in the last 6 years. He took a pretty big hiatus. Considering his time off, he brought in a really good package. But at the end of the day, William Bonac brought the winning package to the show. Now, I've always been a fan of William Bonac's, but I will admit that it wasn't that long ago, a couple of years ago, I was ready to write William off. I thought we've seen his best, and it's just going to go down from that point. Well, he's started working with Stefan Keinzel, Boss of Outlaw, and started making improvements again, started bringing back his physique, even started bringing his legs back up, and he's done a number of shows with Stefan, and he's won a few shows, and he's still making improvements. Unfortunately, I don't think, or I shouldn't say I don't think, I'm sure, I'm positive, we're never going to see the William that we saw in his absolute prime. That's not going to happen. But he still might make some improvements from where he is now. But what's ahead for William Bonac? He's qualified for the Olympia, and you know what? I have to give him a lot of props. He isn't planning on stopping. He had a total of 3 or 4 shows. I think it was 3 shows he had planned to do before going to the Olympia. He expected to qualify, and he planned to do these shows into going into the Olympia. At the Olympia, how can William do at this point in his career? You know what? From what I'm seeing of him, I think he still could be easily, I think he can still be in the top 10. Where in the top 10, that's another story. If he can make some more improvements coming into the Olympia, I don't think it's out of the question that he could place possibly as high as 6th. Whether I think it'll happen or not, that's another story. But like I said, I do think he's still top 10. And that's a big achievement at this point. What I think should happen, and I actually hope it would happen because I am a fan of Williams. I would love to see him in the top 10. Like I said, I feel confident he will still make the top 10. And I would be extremely happy if he can get close to the middle. Whether it'll happen or not, I don't know. But whatever way it goes, personally, I wouldn't mind seeing him call it a day. Because if you want to be realistic, he's never going to challenge for the Olympia again. We got a strong crop of good, young muscle out there now that's only getting better and better. And I think he still has enough firepower to hurt some feelings at this Olympia. But I don't think that firepower is going to be enough as a little more time goes by. And I would love to see him call it a day on a very good note. He doesn't have to leave the industry. He can still be involved in the industry in various ways. But once again, I would love to see him go out on a good note. That's being a fan of his. To conclude this video, Wesley Vissers did not get robbed. It was either or. Pick your flavor. Plain and simple, Greggo got the nod. William Bonac, good luck going into the Olympia. That's it for this video. If you agree or disagree with anything I've said, please let me know in the comments section. This is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.